Hello everyone, and welcome to the unboxing and review of the Numinous Astro Deck, a 45 card of astrology deck and a guidebook. So this is the box. It's actually really pretty. I love this purple, and I love this. I do like this kind of fashion-y collage style. I don't know how else to call it, but I see a lot of these pictures of women especially, and they look very like fashion magazine, and I like that. I'm okay with that. So here are the sides. And then this is the back. You have a few depictions of the cards. And the Numinous Astro Deck has been created by popular spiritual speaker and author Ruby Warrington as an astrological learning tool. It's actually one of the reasons why I got this deck. I am not super knowledgeable when it comes to astrology. So I was like, ooh, awesome. This deck is really beautiful and it's going to teach me a few things. So let's get into the cards. So as you can see, it's a lid box. It just kind of like slides out like that. There's no lip around it or anything, although there is a lip on the inside. So instead of having a ribbon, you have this portion here. You can kind of stick your thumb in and take the book out. And here we have the deck. Let's get into the book a little bit. It's actually a pretty good book. How many pages are in here? 96. That's actually not bad. So let's take a look at this. I'm opening it up for the first time right now, so you guys are seeing it with me together. So we have a table of contents, the introduction, what is astrology? I like that. Oh, how to read your birth chart. I love that because I do have my birth chart on my computer, but I don't always know the symbol. So I like this very much. How to use the cards, and it's separated by signs, planets, houses, and aspects. We have the introduction, of course, by Ruby Warrington. What is astrology? When I like this too, what is a numinous astrology, right? Because the deck is called Numinous Astro. How to read your birth chart. You have a snapshot of the heavens. Oh, here's a bit of an example. The puzzle pieces of the chart interpretation. The elements, the planets, the signs, the houses. Oh, how cool is that? And the aspects. And then the interplay between these elements. That is really important. And getting started, pro tips. I love that. You have, some pro tips over here going on. How to use the cards. Oh, 4 charts interpretation for divination, which is what I do. Like if you're familiar with my my channel, I love tarot, I love oracle. So really what I do is a lot of divination work. So this I'm comfortable with, but I'm excited to kind of see how to work for chart interpretation and also how this deck works for divination as well. So it goes how to draw cards and how to pose questions. I love that. So we get into the signs. Aries, Taurus. So I can already tell that this deck isn't going to be divided by numbers or anything. It's going to be divided by sections. So if this is brand new to you and you don't know what a planet is or what a sign is, or maybe what an aspect is, you might be a bit confused. So here we go. Like there's Uranus, and then you have a keyword, and you have more keywords. You have Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius, house 11, tarot card, the Fool. I actually like that a lot, that there's a tarot card interpretation. Orbit, 84 years, changes signs every 7 years, and a retrograde motion once per year for about 5 months. All right, I actually really like that a lot. I like this part. I like these, this quick like overview and chart of it. And then rebel planet Uranus brings disruption and change. So it kind of talks about what not only what the card means, but really more what the planet is all about. And then here's your guidance. So when you pull this card, that's what it's about. And you got a little journal prompt here, which I love that. I love when decks add journal prompts, or almost like a bit of an exercise or like a homework for us to do. Pluto, same thing, keyword transformation, keywords. You have this little chart here giving us a lot of different aspects, and then the explaining like what the planet does and how it affects our energy. Then when you pull the card, and then a journal prompt. So it goes like that for pretty much all. Oh, here are the houses, right? Is this the chapter of the houses? Yes. So you got the houses. First house, second house. You still get your little chart here, and when you pull the card and the journal prompt. I love that. Let's get towards, so you got the aspects. That's the 4th, I think, category. And then that's it. We finish here with what's the last one? Ooh, how do you pronounce that? Quincunx? I'm going to say that's correct. I'm not sure. In conjunct. So that's cool. AKA in conjunct. So I like that. Kind of explains what I've never seen this word before. So that's new to me. And I like that it's got the X. Kind of like, I've heard this. I haven't heard this. Okay. Anyway, so that's the book. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty like, I think pretty complete. Oh, what's that? Pretty complete and pretty interesting. Okay, let's get to the cards. The box is divided into like that. Usually when decks come like this, I don't usually keep the box. So this might be the same. It won't really be the exception. I didn't show you guys this. So this is the inside of the lid. And it says the particles of stardust from which our soul is woven. The numinous is unknown. Is the unknowable essence of our being. That's beautiful. I love that. And that's, of course, the logo of the deck. And we see it here in the backs as well. So let's slide this plastic little sleeve. Let's get into the cards. I don't know where to start, so we're just going to put it together. Okay, so I will show you guys all of them. And I don't know, can you guys kind of see maybe some colors going on? I wonder if that's the artwork, if they're color-coded as well. I didn't notice that. Okay, I'm going to show you guys all of them. And as you can see, they are in order. If you don't want to see all of them, you can skip around. You can jump this part altogether, but I will show you all of them. Okay, so we've already covered the backs. The cardstock is not bad. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. It's very papery. You can feel like it's the paper. There isn't like a velvet touch or anything like that, which doesn't bother me. I know that a lot of decks are doing this and I love it. It's very fancy. It's very beautiful. But to me, it's not a make or break moment. This cardstock is fine with me. Okay, so here we have the 5th house, and then we have the keyword passion, a number 5 really big on there, so you know it's the 5th house. And then I like this. So you almost like don't need the book. It says you have actually quite a few keywords: performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, joy, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, and disco ball. My opinion just out of this, I love the artwork. I think it's really cool. But like when you give me parties, I maybe didn't need the disco ball, but I guess it's fun. It's passion, right? It's excitement. And honestly, I'm a sucker for a disco ball. I love disco balls. They're so fun. So we got the 6th house, craft. Is this, I don't know what this is. Is this a crystal? I think so, right? I think that looks like a crystal. I'm not sure. And then you have, of course, a bunch of keywords: work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contributions, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. 7th house, relating, partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, justice, balance. At first glance, I almost think that it's got maybe a few too many keywords, maybe for me. But honestly, I'm okay with that because like you take the keywords and then of course, not all the keywords have to make sense all the time, right? 10th house is reputation. So we know that they don't have to make sense for every reading, all of these keywords. So right now I'm just kind of splitting hairs and maybe complaining a little bit. But I like actually the fact that there may be a little bit, maybe too many keywords, because you get to, every time you pull from this card, you're going to be drawn to a different word. And if you're drawn to the same word over and over again, it probably means that there's a lesson here for you. We've got Jupiter. So it looks like this pink gradient are the houses, and the blue gradient are like the planets. Although ascendant, I don't think ascendant is a planet. So it's got that blue gradient still, but let's keep going and see what else we get. So here's Mars, action. Mercury is all about communication. We've got the moon, feelings. Oh, the pearl is beautiful. Neptune, dreams. The North Node, okay, destiny. Pluto transformation. Yep. I like that there's like crystals on here too. Not in all of them, I don't think. No, but I like that because then it adds like, I love crystals. I'm a fan of crystals. So to me, it adds a bit of a layer to it. But there's so many like elements to the cards. Well, that's beautiful. The egg being like cracked, huh? And like the sun almost like being the yolk. Wow. I actually kind of like that. Then you've got the Numinous, Mystery. Uranus is Revolution. We took a look at that with the book real quick. Venus. Oh, look at the beautiful roses. I love roses. I'm a fan of roses for sure. And then this is like a very soft purple, pink-ish. This must be the, oh gosh, I'm forgetting now what it's called. The aspects, yeah. What are the keywords here? UFOs. Irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. Wow, that's very intriguing. And then you have these symbols on here too. I just noticed that. So I guess you have certain symbols going on. The conjunction is here. This is what? Opposition. Oh, interesting. So I'm assuming that these symbols, you can find them on your chart. And that'll explain better. Square. Trine. Aquarius. So I guess it's, I guess the inverted, right? The inverted pink gradient is the sign. So we got Aquarius, pow. Aries, the fire starter. All right. Cancer, the doula. Ooh, how interesting. I love that. Capricorn is the boss. Yep. Gemini, the butterfly. That's beautiful. Leo, the lover. Pisces, and we get our cover image. The Mystic. Sagittarius, the Voyager. Scorpio, the Powerhouse. Ooh, I like that title. Taurus is the Bombshell. Ooh. Virgo, the Alchemist. And then we get into the first house. Because I think we started with the fifth house, right? So we got the first house of the self. Well, that's cool. There's a welcome mat, and then you get to walk in. It almost looks, is that the Emerald City? Like from Wizard of Oz? How interesting. Okay. Second house is for assets, material world, possessions, things like that. Third house is perception. And finally, the fourth house is roots. And here at the back, so one more time, not 100% reversible because of the T and N, but honestly, it's so minimal that I wouldn't notice. Like if I'm shuffling it reversible like that, I wouldn't notice. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Numinous Astro Deck. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to work with this deck. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.